right, welcome back to HM and Big E Review Things. Today we are doing a quick review of a movie we just saw together, Black Adam. The Rock's starring in a latest DC superhero movie, Black Adam. Let's jump right into it, boys. What do you think?
It's very typical of what you expect. I think you see the poster, you see the trailer, and you get exactly that.
Yeah, there weren't really many surprises. It was fairly by the book. But 90% audience score?
Yeah.
90 something, the highest.
You got to believe in The
Nolan.
Rock. The Rock believes in himself. The Rock is the master strategist and storyteller, and he can sell whatever he wants. Whether it's
promoter.
Master promoter. He did a worldwide tour, and he came to Toronto, and unfortunately we couldn't get tickets to that event. We should have just lined up.
He tried.
I tried. So The Rock, if you're watching, I need tickets to the next Toronto event. Yeah.
All right. So I would say my overall thoughts of Black Adam were probably slightly on the negative overall.
Right.
I thought there was one part that I thought was really good, or I'm not really good, but I thought one part was interesting, and they started asking very interesting questions.
Sure.
I guess we're going to jump into spoilers here. But I mean, overall, before spoilers, it's really not anything groundbreaking. You've seen a lot of this stuff before, like some of the stuff towards the end, especially. It's like, really, they're still doing this? Like, how many times have we seen this?
But I don't know. I didn't really know that Black Adam even existed before The Rock started promoting him.
Sure.
And saying this is a superhero. So I really went in blind. I kind of knew he looked like Shazam, but because he's got the same powers and that sort of. But that's about it.
But okay, let's go spoilers here. Rob, give us some spoiler thoughts here.
Well, keep in mind, this is, I think, DC's first project of an anti-hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of their characters have been, had the hero's journey.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for The Rock, I think, for Black Adam, it was not really a hero, but he was kind of thrust into that role. So, overall, general thoughts, I think, I mean, we are in spoilers, right? I really like the twist at the ending, actually, where at first I thought he was talking about his, Black Adam was the son, but no, it was actually his father.
That was already spoiled in the trailer. Do you remember the trailer? I guess maybe you forgot the trailer.
I knew he had something to do with his son and father.
And in the beginning, during the slavery parts when the son was there, like, they skinnied him down, they Captain American'd him down, but the voice was still clearly Dwayne Johnson.
They did not do a good job.
I thought the twist was, like, it was already ruined in the trailer. In the trailer, there's a voiceover. Oh, like, they killed my son and brought me back to life. But maybe you didn't know.
Well, one of the advantages of not watching the trailer.
So that was a good twist for you.
Yes, yeah. It surprised me.
That's a really good point about anti-heroes, though. I would say neither DC or Marvel or even Sony or whatever. I don't think anyone's done a true anti-hero kind of like this. Like, they try. They try with Venom.
Yeah.
But like Black Adam is just straight up killing dudes, like, fairly violently in his pursuit of what he feels is justice. And I don't like, Venom is just kind of like a nice guy who sometimes says threatening things or isn't so nice verbally, but he never. Like, I feel this is the first true anti-hero. Marvel, obviously, is a bit too clean to kind of really delve into that, right?
I thought it was a pretty good movie. Our predictions were right. A lot of CGI.
Yes.
And most of the CGI was done pretty well, minus them skinnying The Rock, which just looks ridiculous, right? It really looked like they just put his face onto a skinnier guy. Muscular guy, but not someone who was...
Because they didn't really skinny his face too much.
It did not look good. They should have just recast it.
Well, because, I mean, they've done that, obviously, with, aforementioned Captain America with Chris Evans. I thought they did that effect pretty well, right? The skinny cap and then the buffed up cap. But this, The Rock's head was still the same. They just kind of skinnied his body, and so it looks kind of weird. That did look weird. And I thought the entire third act was unnecessary.
It was, let's put him against another CGI baddie.
And I thought the beginning was also bad. The voiceover narration of, like, the first, 15 minutes was, like, the boy, like, narrating and giving so much exposition dump.
It just feels like they expect the audience to be dumb. Like, we got to walk you through this
Yeah,
story
yeah.
and really explain it to you, just in case you don't get it. And on top of that, let's add an annoying kid to serve as
Yeah, let's talk about the characters.
to
supporting
serve
characters.
as sort of like the audience. Where,
Well, okay.
wow!
Let's talk about the supporting characters. So aside from The Rock, which I think he actually did pretty good. I know you were saying that he sort of plays, and he usually does basically plays the same type of role. This is, I feel, a little bit different from him. A little bit.
He's just the Terminator, basically.
Yeah.
In this role.
Yeah.
He usually plays
But I thought he was good.
like a funny, quippy guy.
Yeah, so he's a little less quippy.
Yeah, he's not quippy at all, and he just kind of,
plays that kind of dry,
Yeah.
fish out of water humor. I would say that the secondary characters in this movie, let's talk about them. The family, the boy,
yeah,
the mother,
unnecessary. He was not a good actor.
and then I would say the other two that are true secondaries would be Falcon, and Doctor Strange.
It's Hawkman.
Hawkman and Doctor Fate. Of the four, there's a clear winner for me. Pierce Brosnan, kind of funny. He looks like he's having so much fun. He really, I thought he was great.
He looks very good for his age, but again, the CGI ruins it, where he suddenly switches into a tight, muscular suit. Clearly pasted on his head. Just stuff like that. Why do that? Just change the costume up a little bit, put some a little bit of armor. He's 7 years old. It's okay. So, I mean, overall, I think what are these? The kind of the new X-Men or Guardians or whatever?
The Justice Society of America.
Whatever. It was
thought
nice
they
to
worked.
see
Yeah.
a new group versus
Yes.
Yeah.
the typical Justice League. Again, those tertiary characters should have been eliminated, especially the uncle who was playing comic
I thought
relief.
that he was
I
okay
just
too.
did not necessary.
I thought he was okay too. I thought Atom Smasher and Cyclone are needed kind of background characters to kind of add a little bit of flavor to establish that it's a team dynamic. But your main characters in the Justice Society is Falcon and Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I thought the middle part of this movie was better than average, actually. And actually significantly better than average DC. I think they were asking good questions about, what is interventionism? How does this mainly US-based superhero, how does that really impact the world and that kind of stuff? And what is justice and your version of justice somewhere else and that kind of stuff? Asking good questions that weren't really followed up on. They kind of touched on it briefly and the character kind of represents that. So I thought that was asking interesting questions. When Black Adam was fighting the Justice Society, I thought that was good. It made sense. There was a good, that's a natural conflict, right? I see where you're trying to say. And then fire-breathing demon shows up. And that's kind of really weird.
Yeah, no payoff on that one.
I think the middle section was pretty above average. I thought Act 1 and Act 3 especially, were just really bad. Really bad.
Okay, so 60% of the movie was bad.
Yes.
30% was good.
30% was quite good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Overall. Oh, you did not enjoy it overall.
No, it was exactly what I expected it to be.
Okay.
Like, you want, I don't need to watch it again.
yeah.
Right? I don't need to think about it a lot.
Right.
It's just, okay, they introduced a new superhero. And apparently, this is the sort of a new relaunching the DCU, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to call it something different, right?
Yeah, they're saying it's the phase 1 of the... it's DC Studios now.
DC Studios.
Instead of DC Films.
And, even The Rock's been going on Instagram saying that he was working behind the scenes to get Henry Cavill because he wants to, sort of restart this thing.
You could clearly tell that was like a reshoot done very, very last minute on a green screen, and Henry Cavill's back. But, it's good. I mean, there was a big cheer in our theater, in our fairly empty theater, but there was big cheers when he came on screen.
Well, do you think any of this was shot on location? Because it's in the Sahara Desert, essentially. But I can't see them flying any of these guys out to do any scenes.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of set pieces, I think.
It's my issues with DC, especially in a lot of these Marvel, these superhero movies. It's way too heavily focused on CGI, and some of it's not good. It doesn't look good. And it's one thing after another. And I wish they just slowed down and told a better story. There was so much happening in this movie. It's okay. It's going to get I'd probably give it a B-.
All right, so we're doing grades now.
Yeah, B- overall. What's your overall grade?
I think I'll give it a C.
Yeah, I think as a whole, I would even go lower. I would go a C-. I thought the middle section was actually pretty good. I thought I would give the middle section a good solid B+. That middle act 2, I thought was really like it was good. It was visually interesting.
Yeah, maybe if it wasn't The Rock, it'd go lower. But The Rock gets a little bit of a grade, extra Rock grade for me.
All right, so those are our thoughts on Black Adam. Have you seen Black Adam? What did you think? What did you think about what we think? Let us know in the comments. Did you like it because of The Rock? Did you like the new characters? Justice Society. Did you like the family? Maybe you really like the boy. And
Definitely
let us know. Let us know. Yeah. Until next time, keep watching stuff. Hi, Scott.
And please subscribe and like to our little channel. We're about to break the 90 mark.
All right.